We start with our Infinity Edge and Boots of course, into Runar's Hurricane and LDR for 75% crit. After which, we choose an item out of these two for 100% crit. Most of the time Yuntal because it's more damage, otherwise you go Shilbo. And then for the last item, you either go Bloodthirster, most games. If they have a lot of physical damage, go GA. If they have a lot of magic damage, go Mercurial Scimitar. And then of course don't forget to upgrade your boots. As for the runes, we go Press the Attack, into Presence of Mind, into Alacrity, into Coup de Grace. And for secondary, I used to run Inspiration with Biscuits and Boots, but that's no longer the case. We go more damage, Absolute Focus and Gathering Storm into Attack Speed, Adaptive Force, and of course base health. Not scaling, very important. Now let me explain. I tested the DPS of pretty much every crit item in the game, tested a bunch of other combinations, and no matter what I did, Infinity Edge is the most damage, first item, right? So you have to start Infinity. Right now, thankfully, Infinity Edge, which is the only item that gives crit damage, is the core item, because for years and years already, you couldn't buy this first. It was really bad. You had to buy other things first. You couldn't take this. But now, it's just the best. And sure, Kraken Slayer, right? We all know Kraken Slayer. The DPS of this is more than Infinity Edge alone, as first item. I know. But the moment you buy Infinity with a Zeal item, you just deal tons of damage. So you have to start Infinity, right? So as for the order, because we all know now Noonquiver got removed. So the components are a big issue right now with Infinity Edge. Because let's say you recall with 700 gold. What do? You buy Crit Cloak? That's weird, right? So usually you wanna start with a BF, recall, get boots, then just finish Infinity Edge, right? And then you work your way into Zeal. Usually Runa on JINX is so good, like Runa is OP. But the problem is the components and build paths are weird, so I'm gonna make a separate video explaining what order you should build the components in. Let's say you have 900 gold, what are you supposed to build? You recall with 1200, what do? You wait for BF, you buy PKs, what do? I'm gonna make a separate video for that. But for now, just know Infinity first, guaranteed better. And because we play JINX, Ronan Hurricane has to be the best second item. It's just so good. It's amazing. Trust me, it's just, especially because it got buffed right now. The Runan bolts deal 55% physical damage. Before they dealt 40. So if you have 3 targets stacked on top of each other, like you're legit going to deal double damage. Single target, right? You're gonna deal double damage to them because of the Runan bolts. Because the Runan bolts with rockets, they explode on the primary target as well. And if you have 3 people stacked on top of each other, you have like Diana ult, Rel ult, who knows? They are stuck on top of each other. We just deal double damage to them. It's insane. It's so OP. Ronan is so OP, honestly. But yeah. And after this, for sure, you need to go LDR because guess what? 40% armor pen is nuts. Imagine you hit 100 armor target. You basically have 40 lethality on this item, on top of 45 attack damage and 35% crit. So this is just gonna skyrocket your damage like crazy. It's gonna be insane, honestly. So you have to buy LDR third. And after which, for the 4th item, of course we need to take 100% crit. You cannot not take 100% crit. You have to. Infinity Edge scales so well with the more crit you have. It's so good. And for the 4th, you have a few more options than I show here. First of all, Yuntal is just the most damage. It's just nuts, right? But it's a bit sad that, you know, we don't have that much attack speed. So you could go a Zeal item secondary. I mean, a second Zeal item. It makes you attack faster, it's nice. But Yuntal more damage, you know? So why go this, even though it feels good? You get 12% movement speed. Get ghosted, it's nice. But this is more damage, right? I'm sure you could take double Zeal and succeed for sure. And it's not really int. It works. Don't let anybody tell you it doesn't work. But, you know, if you say this, I take this for movement speed. If you want maybe something more defensive, you could go for a shield bow, right? Why not? Shield bow is decent as 4th item. You can take it as well. But, yeah, there's not that many options. You could maybe go collector. But at this point, why not go Yuntal? It's the same price, and Yuntal is just much better. And Estus River, I don't see the point, because go Presence of Mind. So, That's it. You just buy Yuntal pretty much every game. Unless they have assassins, then you go shield bow, and that's it for fourth item. And then last item is very simple. Default to Bloodthirster. If they have a ton of physical damage, buy GA. If they have a ton of magic damage, maybe have TF as well, you go Mercurial with a QSS, right? It's gonna help you a lot. And then of course upgrade your boots, don't forget. So this is everything about Jinx. Nothing else beats this build. You have to start Affinity, that's all there is to it. And then you buy LDR third, right? Because basically, the way it used to be, you buy Kraken, you get attack damage, attack speed from Kraken. You buy Phantom Dancer, attack speed, attack damage, right? It's like, now it's attack damage, attack speed, attack damage, you know? That's how it is right now, you know? So that's why double Z is not even that bad instead of Yuntal. But Yuntal more damage, but remember, Zeal items, they're 2600. So Yuntal is 600 gold more expensive, so if you really want to rush getting 100% crit, maybe you could go double Zeal, you know? I'm gonna try both, it's hard to say right now, but from testing, of course, this is more DPS. But yeah, I know, in a normal game, we don't care about DPS only, for sure. Now for the runes, we don't have that many options. With little tempo being removed, the only option is really press the attack, because press the attack just deals 8% more damage, plus an extra burst every few seconds, so this is the go-to, right? You could get Fleetwood Orc, it could work, but you're losing damage, you know? If a lady is that unplayable against Caitlyn Seraph, maybe you could take it. Go for it, but I'm just going to default to press the attack. Damage, I like damage, it's good, right? And Conqueror takes too long. Take this instead, right? For sure. This is more for fighters and people that actually use abilities as well. Now for these, you could take Absol Life, kinda, in hard lanes. But Jinx needs mana, like, especially because we don't go biscuits anymore, and I explain why. You need mana, you just need mana. Like, Presence of Mind is a must on Jinx, because every basic attack you deal, you shoot, it's a rocket, which takes 20 mana. You know how quickly you run out in team fights? It's insane, you have to get this. You just have. On Jinx, you just have to take it no matter what. Pretty much every game. Doesn't matter. So default to it. And then, for sure we need Alacrity. There's less attack speed in the game. And unless you're going double Zeal, which is not that best, sorry, not that good, go Alacrity. Alacrity is gonna be good, it's gonna make you feel better. More attack speed is good. And as for Bloodline, you can just not sell your Doran Blade until you get lifesteal. It's as simple as that. Just keep Doran Blade, don't take Bloodline, get more attack speed, is gonna help you out. For sure, trust me on that one. And now for Coup de Grace and Cut-Down, right? Cut-Down used to be OP. Enemies have more HP than you deal more damage. Now it's not the case. Now they basically deal the same amount of damage. Exception, Cut-Down deals more damage when enemies are higher HP. Which means this is only better if the enemies have either a ton of sustain or a ton of shields. That's it. But because you play Jinx, your ult is execute, you want to deal more damage on ult. Take Coup de Grace. It's nice. Don't overthink it. Maybe if this becomes better somehow. But for now, Coup de Grace the best. It's okay. Now for secondary, I did some testing with this. I used to take Biscuit's boots, right? Now we don't take boots early. I mean, we don't take magical footwear because we need boots early. So you could say, okay, then maybe I take the cashback. 6% gold back when you purchase legendaries, right? Well, I tested. You buy Infinity Edge, you get 200 gold. Yeah, you get 200 gold. Instead, you could get Absolute Focus and Gathering Storm, and at 10 minutes, you know, you get 5 AD. It's like a Longsword is 350 gold, and you get 10. But this gives 5. So it's like, you don't need extra gold. I'd much rather have more AD by default from Gathering Storm. Much better, in my opinion. And same with Absolute Focus, just gives you more attack damage, which is nice. It's very, very nice. There's no other better options really. No, here. If you want to be tanky, I guess, but just get this. Trust me, it's so good. And for the flex runes, of course, you go attack speed. You need attack speed. You're an ADC. You're lacking attack speed now because no little tempo anymore. And you have to take out Adaptive Force. The movement speed is 2%. I mean, Seal items give 7%. Phantom gives 14 actually. If you want to go Phantom, not Runan, which is viable. So take Adaptive Force, okay? And as for health, flat health or scaling, don't take Tenacity or an ADC. You don't go scaling. On bot lane, you are low level for longer because you share XP. This saved my life so many times, you have to take it. Just take flat. Trust me on this one. Take flat, don't think about it. Late game, you get overkilled all the time. Early game, you escape like 20 HP, level 3. This just saved your life. One last thing before we end the video. These items and runes are subject to change. Riot is making changes. These changes are only on PBE. So if anything changes, something is different, I'm gonna let you know. I'll update you, pin, comment, something. Or just make a whole new video when the patch appears. Like when the split 2 begins, okay? That's what I'll do. So until then, take care. See you.